our healthcare system. As I would know, unfortunately I have stage 4 melanoma, where it was originally on my neck, where it spread to my brain, and I wouldn't have the longest life expectancy. But I really want to do this to make my partner proud, my family proud, and my kids proud. They mean everything to me, and I do not want them to be growing up in a country where they don't know the person next to them.
Man, fair play to that man, fair play.
Now guys, let's demand our leaders put our people first, build homes, fix the healthcare system, and show us some flipping spine. Stand with me for change. Thank you all very, very much. Chucky Allah.
Jordan, I have to agree with you, you are a bit nutty. You're shouting back and forth, back and forth. Blame the billionaires, not the migrants, the lefties are saying. Will they house the migrants, they're saying, the Irish? Will they house them?
Workers' rights, migrant rights, migrant rights, housing rights, refugees, blame the rich, not the 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 refugees.
You can see the Irish flags there blowing the wind. Silent protest here in the streets of Sligo against mass migration. So walking up here through Sligo town centre.
What we want! Deportation! When we want it! What we want! Re-immigration! 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 When we want it!
I want to firstly say thank you all for coming out today and showing that your love and your support for your country and your people. Once again, you've demonstrated the true Irish spirit, so I admire every single one of you. But we're here again, and unfortunately history is repeating itself, and the future of Ireland hangs in the balance. Her existence does, and so does ours, and everything that we hold dear in this world is in jeopardy. So we must all rise up at this time and rise up and fight, just like we are doing today. And that's the only way we can really make a difference. So I want to thank you all coming out today.
Rich everyone, thanks very much for all of you who turned up. My name's Jake Fitzsimons. I'm here to represent young people and young nationalists who I think that many would argue that today's crisis in the country is affecting more than anybody else. So our people, especially the young people, face a series of challenges and obstacles in day-to-day Irish life today, all across the board. I'll start today with what I would say is the most pressing matter, and that is housing, both in terms of long-term, permanent residency and renting. So I have a brother who's 20 years of age, and he moved out to campus accommodation from home. He wanted to be more independent. And he only lasted about 6 months. He had to come back home then because the rent was just so untenable without the weekly grant payment over the summer break. He was able to get his deposit back because he exited the contract in time, but it was only after numerous dodge calls and attempts of giving him the runaround by landlords. And that's not even the worst of it. He knows one friend who had to resort to threatening to contact the police to get the landlord to finally pick up the phone. I've got one friend in UCD who lived on campus accommodation for the first year, and he's now been priced out and put back into Drogheda, where he now has an an hour and a half commute each way every single day, which is not only so mentally exhausting, but it's also so costly for an already struggling young person. This is only exacerbated, and I would even say motivated, if we're being realistic, by the fact that almost a full quarter of our national lower house representatives are landlords themselves, or at the very least own rental properties. Now, some would say this is a conflict of interest. I would say it's a conflict of character. Onto immigration, which is the main motivator clearly by most people here, and it's certainly an important factor to myself as well. So regarding Indian immigrants, which have been the talk of late, Taoiseach and previous Minister of Health had this to say about them. He said, quote, "Our health sector would fall over without them. In fact, many parts of our economy would." I would say that any nation that is so reliant on foreign labour for any of its industries or sectors, let alone multiple, is on a fast track of ceasing to be a nation. And those responsible for any of those departments getting to that state should resign.
We all love multiculturalism, yeah? And the governments have thrown open our borders, okay? And we're told that we need to, accept everybody and, get along, go along to get along. Does that mean that we embrace the culture of women getting their genitals mutilated? Because that's a fact. We have flooded the country with Somalians. 95% of Somalian women have to have FGM performed, okay? We also have a massive population of Muslim women who are forced to veil. Now, I don't care what the Quran says, but in the Quran it's meant to be a woman's choice. But each mosque, believe it or not, has an imam, and that imam can literally translate the Quran to what way he wants it to be. Okay? So every mosque you see popping up in Ireland, okay, it's got its own rules and it's got its own regulations. But again, it's the women again who are at the forefront of this. There's one other thing I want to say. Since the government has flooded this country with undocumented males, and we've seen it firsthand, that the guards can't protect us. That's the bottom line. So I'm asking every single female, mother, father and uncle, guardian, go to your primary schools, go to your secondary schools and demand that self-defense lessons are now on the curriculum. Every woman and every man should have some basic form to defend themselves. And if the government are going to force these people on us, and they're going to give them everything that they're giving them, you need to demand self-defense lessons. This is really, really a necessary thing for everyone to do, okay? I'd like to say thanks a million to everyone who has turned out here today. And I just say one last thing. Shame on every single man in County Sligo who's not out here today. Shame on you! Shame on you! Shame on you!
Shame on you! Shame on you!
Warren Pierce. And I said to my people's masters, beware. Beware of the thing that is coming. Beware of the risen people, who shall not take what he would not give. Did he not think to conquer the people of the law is stronger than life, and that men's desire to be free? We will try it out with you that have hide and held, neither have bullied and bribed. Ye are tyrants, hypocrites, liars, and above all, our Irish government are traitors to the Irish people. I normally don't run off something like this, but I just had to at this stage. I normally run what's in my gut. Number one, to each and every one of you here today, in the rain, we knew it was going to rain, but well done. You are true Irish people. The blood of Ireland goes through your hearts. This is what we need more of. Anybody out there in social media that is watching this old dude here. This old dude is fighting for his kids. He's fighting for his grandkids. He's fighting
Fair
for
play to him.
Mother Era.
Good man,
Because
John.
Mother Era is our land, not the land of some foreign parasite coming in here with a religion that is trying to take away our spirituality and our Catholic religion. You will never beat our religion. Ever. Anybody that's coming into this country is coming in as a guest to this country. And remember that you are a guest and we can deport you in free will. We have a problem, and that is in deportation. Our government, the Fianna Fáil, the Fine Gael and the Sinn Féin and those that are propping up the government are traitors to each and every one of the Irish people. From the baby in the mother's womb to the man or woman that is taking their last dying breath, the government are traitors. We've got to stand up to this. We've got to stand up to our government. We've got to close our borders. We've got to take a step back. We've got to reset and take our country back.